2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. A quick check now at the starting five. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Dave Yeager gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
And thank you, Doris. Davis has checked in for Zach Randolph. Expanding his range. Offensive rebound, Scott. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Miami. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Atlanta. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've just confounded their hometown fans. I mean, this was not a team that was supposed to be on the bottom looking up.
Yeah, it's too bad for their fans because I think they felt like this would be a good season, one that they could be excited about and maybe even look to the future for even better times. But this has been a real struggle to this point.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Conley with it, now guarded by cool hands. Conley, the pass to Kufis. Back to Conley. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. For Memphis, they have had a disappointing game so far from the line, only 3 free throws made.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it. What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play. They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
It's stolen. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Miller, right side. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
This defense has been way too soft early on. They've got to start playing with some energy.
You know, Steve, do something, anything to throw their shooters out of rhythm is what's got to happen here.
Cool hands, passes to Jenkins. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Allen. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Cool hands. And the pass to Scott. And he gets it to go.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Koyen, the pass to Allen. And that's a foul called on John Jenkins.
Well, you think about it, Tony Allen, when you talk about his game, he may not be a marquee star in the NBA. But his arrival in Memphis has coincided with the team really developing an identity of physicality and toughness, not to mention with them becoming a factor in the West as well.
Martin's check in for Damari Carroll. Here's Cool Hands, an easy layup after coming off the pick.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Allen outside. Miller outside. Back to Allen. 6 to shoot. The shot. And another miss by Memphis.
So I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And we reached the... Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
They're making a concerted effort to get to the free throw line in the first half, guys, and they're cashing in.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Zebo and Marcus All are up front. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Carter. And it's Okoye in at the 1 spot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Millsap, a great signing with the Hawks. 2-year deal, $19 million. You like the skill level, a guy who battles inside. And even when he's at a size disadvantage, he still seems to really prosper.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Conley's checked in. "18 feet away, and he knocks it down. The Hawks trail by 11. And you look at the development for Paul Millsap. He's steadily improved as a passer, as a shooter. At the line, his overall game is upward.
He's even starting to shoot more threes these days.
Right.
Yeah, he's undersized, but just knows how to use the rim to protect his finish. What I like best about him is just his constant energy.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's his first foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Brand against Gasol. Back to Randolph. Prince, right side. Just 5 to shoot. The 15-footer and another basket for Memphis.
Boy, they are as hot as can be from mid-range. They're getting run off that three-point line, but they're taking advantage and knocking down those middle-range shots.
Steve, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on pull-up jumpers. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Lets the 3 fly. No good from Cool Hands.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Conley dishes to Carter. Out to the wing. 14 feet away. Randolph can't hit.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Conley. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Cool Hands. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Conley. Passes it to Randall. Rejected by Millsap. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, Cool Hands in the last outing against the Pelicans really lit it up. He finished 21 points, and he played the usual role of running the team's offense and came away with a bunch of assists. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA. A truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Let's just say he was really good.
You know, guys, you look at the roster of this Memphis team, and they have a lot to offer. Size and strength inside, playmakers on the perimeter, and improving an outstanding point guard in Mike Conley Jr., but you have to wonder if they hit their ceiling.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Cool Hands got 6. Well, Clark had talked about the Grizzlies don't have a megastar that other teams do to lean on in crunch time. And Steve, you know, they traded the closest thing to that in Rudy Gay last season.
Well, closest thing is right, Kevin. Rudy Gay was not a superstar. He was very, very good, but if he was a true superstar, they would not have moved him. So I think they just felt like they couldn't afford Gay's contract. They wanted to move on and play through their big men, Gasol and Randolph. And I think in the end, probably a wise decision because the team performed very well without Gay anyway.
Now here's Prince, guarded by Carroll. Prince misses.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Cunningham passes to Cool Hands. Shot clock at 6. There's the screen. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And stolen by Prince. Here's Carter. That's blocked. But they recover it. Randolph in the posts. He's covered by Carroll. Nice shot by Randolph.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher, mentally and physically, if you're going to win on the road.
And I think Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through cool hands. Coach was obviously looking for big things from him in this game and is still hoping that takes shape very quickly. He also brought up offensive rebounding as something that should be a priority, saying, quote, those are the battles we can and should win. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's foul number 2 for him. Mike Miller's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And there's the basket on the shot from Franklin. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And you look at Ed Davis out of North Carolina, we know he can be a factor with his defense and his rebounding. I think the question with Davis is, can he be good enough offensively? Will he be able to provide scoring inside?
Allen kicks to Franklin. Miller outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Allen outside. And it's Miller penetrating. Feeds to Kufis. Good work defensively by Horford. But going back to Ed Davis, he just started playing consistent minutes, Clark, with the Raptors when the trade occurred, moving him to Memphis.
Yeah, but you talk about his offensive development, Kevin, playing alongside other skilled front court players that they've got there. I think he can get better and improve, and really it's a nice fit. Their bulk and skill and his length and shot blocking, that could be a nice combo.
Miller dishes to Allen. The feed to Kufis. Gets himself open and drills it. Kufis has got his second basket of the game.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Jenkins. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Allen outside. The dish to Davis. And stolen by Scott. Here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. And there's the pass to Cool Hands. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Jenkins can't get it to go.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Cool Hands. 11 points in the game. And the shot is good. Cool Hands got 9 points in the quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Franklin gets a screen from Kufis. Miller kicks to Allen. Dishes to Davis. And another basket for Memphis.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Franklin. Franklin with the steal. Heaves it up. Can't get it to go. And so that brings
Now, presented by Sprint. Glad you're the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Cool hands really making a difference here.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
Cool hands. He's in a point guard. Horford is out there with Elton Brand. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Cunningham in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And it's Conley penetrating. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the nation of intimidation right in front of us here, guys, on this overlay. Let's take a moment here for the career leaders in blocks per game. Some giants of the NBA.
Well, that's what you'd expect, right? Mark Eaton, 7'4", Manute Bol, 7'7". I mean, those are specialists right there. And then you have more all-around big guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. And I'll tell you what, if you're averaging around 3 blocks a game, well, that's top tier.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool hands. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Carter with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Carter, the pass to Conley. Rejected by Brand. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's got 6. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Dallas.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack. Oh, my goodness.
What a huge play.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Cool hands. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Conley into the lane, inside to Randall, and stolen by Horford. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Their effort on the offensive glass has been, quote, lazy. He wants his guys dedicating themselves to fighting hard for second-chance opportunities. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running the pick and roll as often as they can. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And back to Budenholzer, who was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
Here is Cunningham, defended by Carter. Here's Cool hands, and it's blocked by Randolph.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Back to Conley. Carter outside. The tray. It's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's 13 points for Vince Carter.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, Elton Brand is a former #1 overall pick back in '99, guys. And despite that, was one of the most underrated star players from his days with the LA Clippers. Now he's starting to slow down. He's on the other side of that career mountain, if you will. But he's still a quality big man.
Cartier Martin, he's checked in for Atlanta. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. Well, you look at Allen, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside. And, of course, Vince Carter.
You know, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. Typically, as a 2-guard, you're going to be on the perimeter a lot more often than you will be inside.
Yeah, but for all of it up on the list, I mean, you've got to have that nose for the basketball.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He said to his players, we can do a lot of damage if we get more aggressive about driving the lane and taking it into the teeth of this defense. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And Brand always has played bigger than his 6'8" height with those long arms of his.
Yeah, and an underrated defender, Kevin. Offensively, he's always been a very consistent mid-range jump shooter and can score around the basket. But he guards the post pretty well.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Memphis. No good from Cool Hands.
Well, smooth around the rim definitely is not the word I'd use to describe him. He's got some rough edges to him.
Carter kicks to Conley. He dishes it to Gasol. Memphis moving that ball around. Clock at 6. Prince. Rebound by the Hawks. And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Kyle, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Kyle is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see 2 players like that coming out of the same family.
Carter left side. Steps back and fires. And that is good. Carter's got 15. The Hawks trail by 17. Here's Cool Hands. He's got 17. He kicks to Carroll. Over to the wing. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Michael Conley. The pull-up. Again, Memphis. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim. They challenged virtually every shot in the paint. Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Inside, and Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got 5.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Conley dishes to Carter. To the inside. Prince, the pass to Gasol. It's Martin on the wing, and stolen by Prince. Conley left side. To the inside, Carter, and he slams it one-handed. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Memphis leading by 17. And here is Pondexter. Kicks to Gasol. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Here's Cool Hands. He's covered by Pondexter. Millsap a screen. Pass to Cunningham. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. 1:39 left in the third quarter of the game. Miller outside with the shot, and he hits the jump shot. Miller's got his second basket of the night. The Hawks trail by 19. They set the screen. The shot's good from cool hands.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Allen outside. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Jenkins. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Allen. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got his third bucket of the night.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense, and that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Left side, Davis. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
To the paint, tries to save it, Korver. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Okoye, the pass to Davis. Shot's good from Okoye. And the Grizzlies lead by 19.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. He took what looked like a difficult pass and turned it into an easy basket.
So on the floor for Memphis, they got Tony Allen, Tayshaun Prince out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Mike Miller, and it's Okoye in at the 1. And now here's Prince, the fast break opportunity. The shot's good from Okoye.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Screen by Brand. The 3 from Korver. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Brand against Prince. Pass to Okoye. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, it's interesting. Zach Randolph had a few off-the-court issues early in his career, especially when he was with the Portland Trail Blazers. And the Grizzlies gave up almost nothing to acquire him from the Clippers. But they've got to be glad that they did, because he's developed into an outstanding player and really a good teammate as well. He's become a leader of that club.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. The shot's good from cool hands.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Drops in the layup for 2. Conley's got 9 points here in the second half. Randolph was asked by someone in the press court, why was he such a great fit in Memphis? He said, it's a blue-collar town, and I'm a blue-collar type player. I kind of like that, Clark.
You know, that says it all right there to me, and I would factor in this too, Kevin, his strength and physicality certainly fit with the DNA of that team. Their culture is built on effort and bruising play, and Zach Randolph fits into that nicely.
Picked by Horford. Here's Cool Hands. Carter with the block. Allen, right side. The shot's good from Carter. Carter's got 19 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Here's the double team with Allen. Here's Cool Hands, defended by Allen. Cool hands, passes to Horford. And here's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Back to Conley. He feeds it to Gasol. Horford with the block. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Jared Cunningham, he's checked in for Schroeder. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Cool Hands in low to Brand. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And that one falls for Brand. And so Brand nails both of them.
Brand has been putting up some big numbers. He's got 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Carter for 3. And another miss by Memphis.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease. I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job.
Conley dishes to Carter. Left wing. Here's Randolph. That misses off the backboard.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Millsap passes to Cool Hands. Five on the clock. Here's Horford. Makes it off the glass. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Conley kicks to Carter. Shoots the 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Cool Hands, and that one's good. Cool Hands got 25 points in the game.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Shoots from 14. That's good on the jump shot. And that's now 9 points for Marc Gasol.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Horford with the screen on Conley. Here's Cool Hands. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Conley dishes to Allen. Passes it to Randolph. Tipped away. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conley, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Conley, uncovered. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference. Good. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Conley, and as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Here's Cool Hands.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Conley kicks to Prince. Carter on the wing. 6 to shoot. Outside Conley. Takes it from 10. It's blocked. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, you know, Mike Conley has always been one of the quickest guards in the league, in my opinion, and just a blur in transition. And for his size, a pretty good finisher with both hands inside.
Brand, a screen on Conley. Outside Millsap. Feeds to Cunningham. It's tipped. Stolen by Carter. There's the dish to Conley. Takes it from 10. Another miss by Conley. And Conley has always been quick, Steve, but he's learning how to use, it seems like, different gears to get around defenders.
I agree, Kev. The change of pace, he's gotten so good with his right hand, too, not just off the dribble, but he frequently finishes plays with his right hand in the paint, those little runners. So a lot of skill and to go along with that speed.
The feed now to Gasol. Left side Gasol. Turnaround Jay. No luck. And Atlanta will come the other way. Cunningham passes to Millsap. Dishes it to Brand. That's good.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Davis comes in for Zach Randolph. Mike Miller's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And Franklin subbed in for Carter. Miller with the ball. Now guarded by Mack. Inside. Here's Kufis. The lead pass was put in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Memphis.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And if you had to pick one player who would probably take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Michael Conley. Every inch of the floor was tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made.
Franklin passes to Okoye. He dishes it to Miller. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
To the wing right side. Matt sinks the three-pointer.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Okoye, the pass to Franklin. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's Miller with the 3. The shot misses. Martin with it. There's a good screen. Here's Mack. Basket good.
Solid screen.
Well, Mark, it certainly seemed like you guys...
Great game out there tonight. You set your career high in points. Was this just a one-time outburst, or do you see yourself scoring like this on a regular basis?
Yeah, I think this is the kind of performance you'll see from me again. Coach told me to keep looking for my shot, and my teammates did a great job of feeding me the ball. I'm glad I could capitalize on that, and if we keep that up, I'm confident that this won't just be a one-time thing.
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
Everything's great, man. Getting to know the city a little bit. Coach is great. Players are great. It's all good.
Fantastic. Now we just got to keep winning games, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Can I ask you a question, man?
Absolutely, fire away.
It's kind of personal, but
That's all right.
I just feel like lately, it's like someone's controlling my life, like pushing buttons, moving a joystick.
Kind of like you're in a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surreal. The NBA can be that way with the lights, the camera, the action, the fans, the photographers, the adulation. You know, but it's very real. I mean, just like look out that window right there at that city. Is that real?
I don't know, man.
The life you're living, my friend, is real. So go out, you know what? Get out there and enjoy it, all right? In fact, you're late for practice. Coach just called. So.
All right, man.
All right, have a good workout.
I'm glad you feel that way, too.
All right, yeah, absolutely.